Hello, welcome to May 2022 monthly beauty favorites and fails. I have loads of fantastic products to share with you today and several fails that didn't work out for me at all. And I think that almost everything I have on my face today I will be sharing in this video. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I have a lot of products to talk about, so let's go ahead and get into what I loved and didn't love in May. If you're a regular viewer of mine, you know how picky I am about what goes under my eyes, whether it's skincare or makeup. If you have dryness, fine lines, or texture like I do, it can be kind of hard to find the right products that don't emphasize that, especially as the day goes on. But I found a new corrector this month that I've really been enjoying from EXA. It's the High Fidelity Color Corrector. This comes in several different correcting shades, and this looks pretty deep in the tube, and there is a little bit more depth to this than my normal color correctors. I'm not sure if you can tell underneath these lights, so I'm actually going to swatch this next to my Bobbi Brown corrector that I've been wearing, this stick corrector. So here's the Bobbi Brown and here's the EXA corrector. It's just a hair deeper. I wanted a lighter shade that they had, but it was out of stock. This has a nice size doe foot. The product is really creamy and it blends out very, very easily. There's something about this tone in particular that allows me to wear this alone sometimes if I'm not wearing makeup and I just want to cover my dark circles. It looks really natural, but I normally use this as a typical corrector. I apply it to my discolored areas, very localized, just to counterbalance that discoloration underneath my concealer. It wears well underneath all the concealers I've tried it with. My under eye area doesn't look crepey during the day. This is the first product I've ever tried from this brand. Now, I did purchase this originally from Ulta, but when I looked this morning, the shade that I have, Peach, is out of stock. I was able to find it elsewhere, and I'll have it and everything else in the video linked in my description box down below. If you hit the video title or the word more, you can see all the products that I'm talking about today. I've just really been enjoying this. It's another great corrector option for those of you who have dry textured under eyes or maybe getting a little bit older and just don't want heavy product underneath your eyes, but still need some correcting. L'Oreal recently came out with their new Infallible Fresh Wear bronzers. There's different shades. I got this in the shade medium, and I'm just now realizing that there's a mirror on the other side. I did not know that was there until this moment. Now, everyone's been talking about these. I wanted to know if they were really worth the hype. This is one of those drugstore products that you could mistake for high-end if you didn't know better. I don't have to tap off my brush to kick off excess product. It glides over the face beautifully. It's not patchy. This shade medium is great for my skin tone, especially this time of year. Now, in the middle of winter, I might go with the next lighter shade. It's smooth. They say it lasts 24 hours, and it does last me all day long. And it's waterproof, which is something that I love seeing in products where I live. Here in New Orleans, it's hot and humid, especially this time of year. And having a bronzer that doesn't melt off my face is such a bonus. This is a really great product at a really great price. I'm sticking with L'Oreal for a minute because they've had some great products come out over the past few months, enough to pique my interest to see if the products are worth the hype. I have a couple more products from them. One I really like and the other not so much. So I picked up these Glow Paradise Balm in Lipsticks. These are in the typical L'Oreal style packaging, and I have two shades here. The one in the middle here, the deeper one, is called Nude Heaven, and the lighter one is called Pastel Exaltation. Now, I love a good tinted lipstick balm. I have raved about the Tarte Maracuja lip products and similar types of products. They're just no-brainers, they're comfortable, they nourish, and they flatter and kind of plump your lips in the process too while providing color. Which leads me to what I don't like about these. They do provide some nice pigmentation and they feel moisturizing, but the consistency is kind of thin. So they wear away pretty quickly, and I also don't find them to be super flattering on any vertical lip lines if you happen to have them. They just kind of sat on my lips like a regular slippy lip balm. I just didn't find anything special about these. I mean, typically the lip balm lipstick tinted formulas that I like are very flattering, and these just didn't do that for me. Plus, there's this kind of faint rose scent that I really don't like. Sometimes that scent can be in a product and it's fine, but with this one, I don't know, it almost smells kind of rancid to me. I'm actually glad that I picked up two and not just one, because I might have thought, based on the reviews and how everybody seems to love them, that maybe it was bad, that it had gone off, but I got two. They're exactly the same except for the color. And I'm not a fan of these like I thought I would be. The L'Oreal lip product that I have been impressed with is the Glow Paradise Lip Balm in Gloss. The shade I have is Blissful Blush, which is right here amongst these other swatches. This is what I've had on my lips throughout this video. It gives you some pigment and it's flattering on your lips. It's nourishing, it's hydrating, as a lip balm gloss hybrid product should be. Now, one thing I don't understand is why they shaped the wand they did. I don't know if you can see that little indentation in there. It doesn't really help it apply any easier. I mean, it glides on very smoothly, which I think it would do even if it had a regular wand. Maybe they were just trying to be different. Now, if you're someone like me who adores the original Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip product because you like that pigment and a little bit of substance and longevity to your lip balm, lipstick, or lip gloss product, but you don't want stickiness, this gives you that in gloss form versus the stick of the Tarte product. Although the pigment is a little bit more sheer than the Tarte, but you still get some nice pigment. I also don't notice that weird rose scent that these have. There's a nice pleasant light scent that I don't notice after I apply these to my lips, and there's kind of a sweet taste. Very, very faint. I've really been enjoying these and would definitely purchase more shades. I want to share another lip gloss that I've been loving in May. It's been living in my purse. I can't stop reaching for it. I just changed my lip out to this peachy shade, the swatch that you've also been seeing on my hand. This is the M Cosmetics True Gloss in the shade Magic Hour. Now, the description of this is a little misleading to me. It says it's a sheer peachy nude with micro glitter. I don't see any micro glitter at all. This is just a creamy nude peach to me that is great for this time of year. It's got a flexible doe foot applicator. Now, even though this says it's just a lip gloss, this is that same balm gloss hybrid formula. It's got vitamin C, vitamin E, and other emollients that help keep your lips soft and plump and healthy looking. It's very flattering, and it's got all the things I love about the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip in gloss form, but with a little bit more opacity, in my opinion, than the L'Oreal. I think you can see, this is reflecting in my lights, a little bit of sheerness here. Not too much. You still get some pigment with the L'Oreal gloss, but this just has a little bit more pigment to it. And I feel like it lasts a hair longer than the L'Oreal on my lips, even through eating and drinking. I mean, it's not a liquid lipstick. It's not gonna last that long, but for a nourishing, hydrating product, it lasts a decent amount of time. It's not sticky and it gives you incredible shine. It's super flattering. There's lots of shades to choose from too. I'm excited to be delving more into M Cosmetics. I have some other products that I'm really enjoying and I'll be sharing in the upcoming months, but this one I've been really impressed with. I want to give the Smashbox Photo Finish Control Mattifying Primer a quick shout out. I did put this in a somewhat recent video, New Beauty Launches I'm Loving Lately, I think that's what it was, but when products make a big difference in my daily life, I like to put them in my monthly favorites videos because a lot of you tune in regularly every month to this video. I will, however, link that other video because there's other great products in there. So you can see the consistency here is very lotiony. A lot of times mattifying, pore minimizing primers can be kind of pasty, I guess, for lack of a better word, where you have to kind of press them into the skin and then you feel like you have an extra layer on your skin. This absorbs like a lotion. There's no scent. It's very lightweight. I don't feel it. It interacts well with every foundation I've tried it with, even powder foundations. It's hot and humid here the majority of the year, but right now it's getting pretty brutal where you can just sweat walking to and from your car. And this does a fantastic job of keeping my shine prone, sweat prone areas in my T-zone and kind of right here under control. So if you've tried other mattifying primers before and you just really haven't liked them because of the texture, the consistency, the feel, you may want to give this one a shot. I had both a drugstore concealer favorite and a fail in the month of May. I'll share the favorite first, which actually kind of surprised me. Earlier, I talked about how I'm picky about what I put under my eyes because of dryness, fine lines, and texture. I feel like most of the time it's extra hard to find drugstore products, especially concealer and corrector type products that work really well under my eyes and stay flattering all day while staying put and providing coverage. It can be kind of a tall order. So the CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Wear Concealer concealer, which is supposed to provide 24-hour wear. I just thought it would be drying. Typically, extended wear products under the eyes can look a little unflattering, high-end or drugstore, it doesn't matter. I tried this without corrector underneath and it provided really nice coverage. I tried it with corrector underneath to see how it would wear, and the coverage was there, but it also stayed really nice looking all day. This is pretty much self-setting for most people. If you are not super crease prone underneath your eyes, you probably won't have to set this. I do because that's just how I am. I crease right here and over here. I think you can see here, it's kind of a creamy product. It's not thick, it's not pasty, it gives you time to blend it out before it starts to set down. I've been really impressed with this and I didn't expect to be. The shade that I have is 820 Creamy Natural, and it is what I have under my eyes today. I have a corrector on this side, the Exa corrector, and on this side I don't have a corrector. This side always looks a little bit darker because of how the shadows cast in this room and because I just have a deeper tear trough on this side. It's just my anatomy. My face is asymmetrical and my circles and tear troughs aren't even. In hindsight, I probably should have put the corrector underneath this side and not this side, but oh well. If I'm going for a more natural look, you know, no makeup, light makeup, I could get away without wearing a corrector. I've just been really impressed with this concealer, unexpectedly impressed. Now, the concealer I was not impressed with is the Maybelline Superstay 30-Hour Wear Concealer, another extended wear concealer. This shade you can see is pretty yellow. I'm not a fan of yellow underneath my eyes, even though I'm neutral warm toned. Just that discoloration needs something peachy, neutral, or pink, and then it blends into the rest of my face perfectly. The shade that I have is shade 15. The consistency of this seemed a little thinner than the CoverGirl, and I just wasn't as impressed with the coverage. I also didn't like the way it looked during the day. I just felt like I always looked way more crinkly than normal. I just felt like I got drier as the day went on. I know some people really like this, but I have to think that they just don't have the same dryness that I have underneath my eyes. Or maybe they do. I don't know. It just didn't work for me. It was a fail. Let's talk about what's on my eyes today. I am loving. This is the new Naked Sin palette from Urban Decay. They launched 3 new palettes of this size in May, and I have been really loving this. Now, Sin was always one of my favorite Urban Decay shades. It's a very flattering sheen shimmer. I almost don't even want to use the word shimmer because you think of a lot of sparkle, but I mean, it doesn't have a ton of sparkle. It just gives you a flattering sheen. Can I just tell you how much I love that there is a true matte, super light shade in here for your inner corner or your brow bone? I feel like that's something that's left out of a lot of smaller palettes, and because of that, you can get a complete eye look from this tiny little palette, which is one of the reasons why I've been loving it so much. Now, I have this brown shade on my outer corner and in my crease. I have this other matte kind of tan shade in my transition area above the crease, almost up to my brow bone. And I have Sin on my inner 2/3 probably of my eye, and then this pink shade here is what's kind of in between Sin and the brown that I have on the outer corner. It's just so easy to use. Now, I will say you do have to tap off your brush. They can be a little bit dusty, even if you're picking up the shimmer shades with your finger and applying them like I do. I really like using the shimmer shades wet. I will just dampen my finger and then go in and apply it. It's never messed up the quality of any Urban Decay shimmer shadow that I've done that with. And the mattes blend out beautifully. I love a good compact palette for the convenience of getting ready quickly and not being overwhelmed by too many choices. I love that I can get a complete eye look out of this quickly. This would make a good travel palette. I'm really interested in the other shade options, the other color stories, and I've just loved the way my eyes have come out every time I've used this palette. There's a lot of buzz lately about She Glam makeup because the price point is just phenomenal and the quality is supposed to be really great too. I have a lot of things coming my way to talk about, but I wanted to go ahead and share this powder that I've really been loving. This is the Insta Ready Face and Under Eye Setting Powder Duo. So the shade that I have is Bisque, which is gonna sound weird when you see the under eye setting powder. It's white, kind of like my Pat McGrath powder that I love so much that I just ran out of. But this is what I set my under eyes with today. It's very light and sheer when you apply it. It just doesn't feel like anything. You almost can't even tell that you've applied it because it is so sheer, yet it sets your under eyes kind of magically. Bisque is what I've been liking to set my makeup with. It's a translucent neutral shade. It looks like it's got pigment to it, but it doesn't alter my makeup shade at all. And I'm actually really impressed with the packaging, especially for the price, because it's got this little twist sifter that completely closes off, so you don't get a lot of mess, which I really appreciate. So I just picked up some on my finger, and you can see, I mean, it just swipes on beautifully and disappears. It is a drier formula, so I would think if you had super dry skin, you might not like this, but if you have super dry skin, you might not be using a setting powder anyway. This is really nice for setting my makeup and controlling my shine as well. It just is sheer and beautiful, and it doesn't look like I'm wearing powder, which I appreciate. I would love to know what you've tried, or if you've tried anything from SheGlam, which is available on their website, but also on Shein. Is that how you say it? Shein? The packaging is also really, really cute and kind of inventive as well. I was sent this beautiful product from St. Jane. It's the Sacred Sleep Overnight Repair. This is a very heavy glass jar. Are we calling this a jar or a tub? I don't know. It says on the package, the beautiful package, mind you, that it's a violet flower retinol fine line complex. And I thought, okay, let's try that out. They carry this line at Sephora. I didn't even know about this line, so I was really excited. I love the way this feels going on my skin, but there's something in this that made my rosacea flare up. So this was a fail for me this month. I'm always looking for great products that will help fight fine lines and wrinkles and just help perfect the skin as we age and start to lose things that, you know, were so abundant in our skin when it was younger. And I thought this looked great. I love finding luxurious products, whether they're makeup or skincare, just like I like finding great drugstore products. And I thought this would work out. I even tried it several times to make sure this was the culprit, and unfortunately it was. I don't know if it was the florals. I mean, sometimes I can use products with florals. I don't know, but unfortunately there was just something in this that my skin reacted to. We're all different. This may work great for someone else if you're looking for something really luxurious that seems promising, but my skin unfortunately just couldn't tolerate it. I used to really love my Laura Mercier flat eyeliner brush for when I just want a tight line right at the base of my lashes. In order to make my lashes look thicker than they normally would with just mascara, sometimes I'll go in and just wiggle my eyeliner or eyeshadow in with a flat brush. I don't know if my anatomy has changed or if my tastes have changed, but it almost seems a little bit too fat sometimes, and then it gets my eyeliner kind of above my lash line, and then it just looks kind of smeary. Like I have to work at it a little bit more than I used to. And again, it could just be an age thing. I don't know. But I got this Esom T05 brush, and I didn't use it at first because it's a little bit wider this way, and I thought it would be too big for my eyes. But because it's thinner and wider or longer, it works really well at just smudging across my lash line really quickly and not getting shadow or eyeliner or whatever I'm using everywhere. So if you are someone who likes your lashes to look a little bit more dense on occasion and you like to do that, this brush has been really, really great. This one was a short and sweet favorite, but one I've really been loving in May. In May, ColourPop came out with this Shock It To Me Super Shock Shadow Vault. I had a hard time saying that for some reason. Now, most of these are available separately too. ColourPop Super Shock shadows are a great price and the quality is really nice. The first set of swatches is in this order, going from here and then here. And then the second set is going from here to here. Now, these are all shimmers that swipe on with your finger and they don't give you fallout. Some of these, I would say in particular, most of these have a little bit of a sparkly shift to them. These aren't unflattering, even though they have sparkle to them. Now, if you haven't used a ColourPop Super Shock shadow or Super Shock product before, you just take your finger in it. It's got this kind of I want to say cream to powder formula, and you just swipe it on. It's so easy and they're very flattering. And you will see that some of the shades are a little bit more sheer than others. And you can build these up or sheer them out so that they're a little bit more wearable day to day, or you can save them for special occasions. This is a really fun set, and there are some new shades that are definitely worth checking out. But I wanted to let you know about this because I know there are a lot of you that really love this formula like I do. Moving from the eyes back to the face, I have a couple of the shades from this new Physicians Formula Butter Dream Team palette on today. Now when you open it up, it's got this really cute vacay mode motif on the inside. I have to kind of hold mine like this because this cracked in shipping, unfortunately, but it has not affected the way it performs, so I'm using it anyway. The first bronzer swatch is actually this regular butter bronzer shade. The second one is the L'Oreal product I talked about earlier. I just wanted you to see the depth difference. And the third shade is this deep bronzer shade here. And I first went in with this blush shade. When I got this palette, I didn't think it was going to show up on me at all, but it does. It gives a really nice, bright, light flush of color. I could have worn just it, but I wanted to mess around with this shade so you could see what it looked like. And that's what I'm wearing today. And there's a face powder and, of course, the highlight. This is a fun summer face palette. It's got that Physicians Formula butter scent to it, but for some reason I'm not finding it so overwhelming, even with all of these shades in this palette. Same quality as the normal butter products that Physicians Formula has. You're not losing anything in this palette. I love a good face palette. I think this is fantastic. I unfortunately can't travel with this one because it's cracked, so it'll have to be reserved for getting ready quickly days, but that's okay. I enjoy having palettes for that too. This is a fun launch from Physicians Formula I've been enjoying playing around with. I have to admit, I wasn't expecting much from the new iconic London Liquid Brow Silk Max Hold Gel. Is that what the name is? It's such a long name for such a little tube. Now, I have uneven, sparse brows, so I do always go in with either a brow pencil or a brow pen before I use any kind of brow gel. But I typically go for tinted brow products to add a little bit of volume and hold. Tinted products offer some hold, but they don't freeze like the brow freezing products out there. I just haven't found any super holding brow products that I've been really impressed with. Either they take off some of the brow product I already applied, or they have to be applied first and then they kind of glue my brows down. I like a more feathery brow look. I love the size of the wand. It's the perfect size. I do scrape some product off because quite a bit comes off on the wand. Now, when you apply it, it looks white. Don't be scared because it will dry clear. If you feel like you got a big clump or something, you can take a spoolie through it while it's still wet. The first thing I love about this product is that it doesn't take off any brow products that I put on underneath. That's kind of a big deal to me. I also love that instead of making my brows look shiny or waxy or glued down, this is actually made to make your brows look fluffy and lifted and to give them a little bit more volume, which is what I need. It also has peptides and argan oil in it, which is nice for your brows and the skin underneath your brows too. This does freeze my brows. I mean, they are in place. I feel like this enhances my brows the way a tinted brow gel does, but in a clear format because it gives that volume that I'm looking for. I know it sounds weird to talk about brow volume, but if you need that, you know what I'm talking about. I've been really impressed with this and am so glad that I tried it. I just got some new readers that I'm really excited about. You know you're getting older when you get excited about readers. But here's the thing. I have a small, narrow face and I have a really hard time finding any readers that will fit properly. Actually, I don't think I've ever found any that fit properly that are in stores. They're way too wide across the temple area, which just makes them look out of proportion. All three of these have blue light protection as well, which I need sitting there staring at my computer all day. So I'll show you all three and I'll put the styles on the screen. I just think they're all so cute. I mean, you can have fun with readers. That's what I love about them. I've ordered from Peepers before, so I knew the quality was going to be there. I just needed some more because I keep misplacing my others, or I just don't really like the ones that I have gotten from stores. And I decided to pick up one of their silicone cases. I think there are 4 color choices to keep them in. It's really cute as well. I know a lot of you out there are needing some readers and you're not loving what's in stores just like me. So I'll have the names and the links for the ones that I chose down below. And they do have those in other colorways as well. And there are so many styles on their website. In my last vlog, which I'll have linked below because there's a lot of house updates in there. A lot of you have been asking me how the house build is going, and that video is the latest. I know it was long overdue, but I showed some Athleta shorts that I love and wear all the time. I think I have them in 4 different colors. I don't think I've ever shared them on my channel before though, but I just wanted to share them here in case any of you are looking for some new easy to wear shorts that you can kind of wear with anything. You can dress them up, you can dress them down, they're comfortable, they're pull on, and very, very flattering. I also love that Athleta has extended size ranges, and a lot of their products come in petite and tall too. Apparently, I think it's mid-June, if you play Wordle, you're gonna have to start paying for it. And there are a lot of us that really love it, but don't wanna pay to play a word game that you can only play once a day. So I found another website that I've really been enjoying, and it's unlimited Wordle. It's called Wordplay. I have the link down below. I also found an app called Word Guess that's pretty good. So if you want your Wordle fix, but you don't want to pay a subscription fee, those are definitely options that I've been playing around with and enjoying. If you were on Instagram or almost any social media in April or May, you probably saw the show Candy on Hulu being promoted everywhere. Well, I watched it. It's true crime based on a true story, and it stars Jessica Biel, and it was good. I really enjoyed watching it. I think she did a great job. So if you're looking for something with a short duration, it's a very interesting and horrific tale, but it's done very well. I always like sharing shows and movies and books and things that stand out to me, and that was one. I also discovered a new YouTube channel, new to me anyway, in May, Kristen McGowan. She has over 1 million followers, so chances are a lot of you are already following her. I think I was looking up something for the new house to do with organization, and I came across her channel and subscribed almost immediately. She has lots of videos on organization, design, decor, home and room makeover videos, budget, just anything you can think of that has to do with lifestyle and home. I feel like she's got it, and her content is just really relatable. So if you're looking for new YouTube channels to watch, content that is surrounding house type stuff, she's a great channel to check out. I don't know where she's been hiding from me all this time anyway, because I feel like I've always looked up those types of videos, and I just now stumbled across her, and I'm glad I did. If you're like me and you struggle with pinched nerve or neck or shoulder pain or even just some kind of back pain, I recently shared a back roller that I've really been liking just for daily use. You can do different types of things with it. I'm not going to reiterate all that here, but I will link my Amazon playlist and that video because I share back pain, back health things regularly in my Amazon favorites videos because I can get a lot of those types of products there. I share a lot of Amazon favorites in those videos that don't always make it into my monthly favorites and fails, beauty, lifestyle, all kinds of things. I've found some great surprising favorite products and love sharing them with you. So I'll have that playlist linked here on the screen too that has all my Amazon favorites videos in it so you can check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and a huge thank you as always to my Stephanie Marie Circle for going above and beyond to support this channel. I've been very behind with content for you guys because of the build and everything that's going on right now. And again, thank you for your patience. We will get back to normal. An extra thank you to the premium members who go above and beyond to support me as you always do. We're supposed to move in at the end of July, so hopefully around August or so, I'll be able to get in more of a rhythm like I used to be. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!